So now I've gone through and styled all of my menu items. There are a few details that you should be aware of. One of them is that if you have anything like a pizza menu that has an inch mark in it, so 10 inches, 12 inches, etc., what we have here by default is a quote, double quotes. It's not an inch mark, which is straight up and down. So first of all, you want to make sure in InDesign you go to Preferences and choose Type. Make sure that this box for Use Typographers Quotes is unchecked. Otherwise, if you insert these straight up and down inch marks, it's not going to make any difference. It's automatically going to convert them to typographers quotes, which are the ones that are on a slant like this. So let's make sure again this is unchecked, hit OK. And then let's select one of these slanted quotes. And I'm on a Mac, so I'm going to go to my character viewer. If you're on a PC, you would use the character map. And now I've already gone in here and experimented. There's some different categories, but we want punctuation and we want the straight up and down quotes that I've already highlighted. This is what we currently have. So if I have my slanted quotes highlighted and I double click on these straight up and down quotes, it's going to replace those in there. Now I could manually go ahead and copy and paste these straight up and down inch marks into every single place that needs them, but that would be kind of tedious and I might miss something. So instead of that, what I'm going to do is go to the Edit menu, go to Find Change. It says find what? So what I'm going to find is these original slanted quotes. I'm going to copy those and paste those into this box. Then I want to change to these straight quotes. So I'm going to copy those, paste. So I'm changing from the slanted quotes to the straight quotes. I want to search the entire document and I want to change all. So click Change All. There's been 54 replacements made. Hit OK and done. So the only place where you could run into a problem with this is if you have some kind of a quote from a person, you know, and it's got the double quotes, but you might need to manually replace those. But otherwise, it has gone through our entire document and all of these inch marks are replaced. So that's really important. You want to have the correct character there. Another thing I've done is I refined some of my styles. So for example, these item names, I chose a leading and I reduced the tracking or put negative tracking on these, so it just tightens up that letter spacing a little bit. I did the same thing with my price size style. All right. Another thing we want to be careful about is that we still have a full space between these different items. And I want to close that space up and I want to actually go ahead in my style and give this a paragraph space after, because I want to be able to control the width of that space. It's really too much right here. There's too much of a gap here, so we don't need that much of a gap. So under my prices sizes style, I'm going to go to paragraph. I'm going to go to indents and spacing, and I'm going to choose space after, and let's just try 0.5. That's half an inch. Let's see what happens there. That's way too much. So maybe 0.1, maybe 0.2, maybe 0.15. 0.18. See, we can be really precise here. And that looks a bit better to me. This kind of a space is enough. It doesn't have to be a huge gap.